morning, students. Today we are going to start a new chapter, that is conservation of plants and animals. Students, as we all know that our planet is a home of various kinds of plants and animals. So let us understand the very first topic of our chapter, that is biodiversity. What is biodiversity? It is the variety of plants, animals and other organisms that exist on the earth. That means that live on the earth. Various kinds of the living beings that live on the earth, the variety of those living beings is known as biodiversity. Now, moving towards our second topic, that is biosphere. The areas on the earth that support the biodiversity, that is known as biosphere. That means area on the earth where the biodiversity can exist is known as the biosphere. Now, one more important term we hear in science, that is about species. Let us understand what is species. It is a group of organisms which share the common features and which can interbreed with each other. That means it is a group of organisms which are having the same features, common features which are having, and they can interbreed. That is known as the species. Like human beings. Human being is a common species, that is a Homo sapien. Although all the human beings are different in appearance, they are having different kind of hairstyles, they live in different areas, but they are a single species. Now, another thing, that is endemic species. Students, it's a kind of species which is confined to a specific geographical area. That means a kind of a species which lives in a particular area, that is known as the endemic species. Like koala bear is endemic to Australia. Students, now let's move towards the another topic, that is migratory species. Before understanding migratory species, we need to understand two important terms, that is flora and fauna. Now let us understand what is flora. The plants, the variety of the plants or the species of the plants that are found in a particular area, they are known as the fauna and flora. And the animals which are found in a particular area, they are known as fauna. So the plants of a particular area are flora and the animals of a particular area, they are known as the fauna of that biodiversity. Now let us understand about the migratory species. What is migratory species? The species of animals that travel long distances at a certain time of the year to escape unfavorable weather or to find more suitable places to feed and reproduce. That means the species which travel the long distances in a particular time of year. That means the time period is fixed in that particular time of year to escape, to move away from the unfavorable weather condition and to find more suitable places. That means to move from that extreme weather and to find the suitable conditions for their feeding and for their reproduction. That is known as the migratory species. Students, migratory species is related to the term migration. Migration is basically a seasonal journey of the animals in a particular time from one place to another place in search of more favorable conditions. We can have the examples of migratory species like greater flamingo and Siberian crane. They visit in our country, India, during winters. So this was about our migratory species. Students, as the time is increasing, our biodiversity is also disappearing. Due to the various reasons, let us discuss about the various reasons that why this biodiversity is disappearing day by day. What are the reasons that this biodiversity is getting finished? So first reason is destruction of the habitats. As we all know, as the population is increasing, so their needs for the housing, clothing and other needs are also increasing. To meet this increased demand, the forests are removed. So this is the major reason of destruction of habitats to fulfill the needs of housing, clothing and food of the humans. Another one is over-exploitation of species. Over-exploitation means overuse of a particular species. We know that various kind of species are used for their meat, for the medicinal purposes also, for their skin also. So if we are overusing or over-exploiting a particular species, what will happen? That species will disappear. So this is also the another reason. Here, the illegal hunting is also one of the major reasons of this over-exploitation of species. Third one is introduction of new species. How a new species? Whenever any new species is introduced, it is having no predators. That means when a new species is coming to origin, what will happen? As it is having no natural predators, that means no enemies it is having, so it will multiply very fastly, it will multiply rapidly. And due to the multiplication of this new species, it will overcome the rest of the species, or it will lead to the destruction of the other species, because it will compete for the sunlight, food, water, space also. So this is also the major reason. For example, like water hyacinth, what is happening in that? Whenever it is emerging in the water, it will cover the entire water. And if it is covering the entire water, the other animals and the other plant species which were already present in that water, they will disappear, because there will be huge competition for oxygen also, for minerals also, for space also. So introduction of a new species also leads to the loss of biodiversity. Now the last one is climatic changes and natural disasters. Natural events and human activities can cause the various kind of the changes which led to climatic changes and the natural disaster, which ultimately leads to loss of biodiversity. So this was about the loss of biodiversity.